Welcome to reality television with a difference. First, there was high definition. Now, the third dimension is coming to our screens. By the end of next year, Sony says it'll be selling 3D televisions across the world, joining what's likely to be an increasingly competitive market. The satellite broadcaster Sky is planning a new 3D channel next year, whilst Channel 4 also says it will screen some programs in all their glory. But with these silly specs and the special television sets, will it ever catch on? Here's James Blake.
3D is not new technology. It was patented 115 years ago. It's almost as old as the movies themselves. And in recent years, 3D has been in the backwaters of the film industry. But this autumn, all that will change with a host of Hollywood 3D blockbusters. Yet the technology still hasn't been able to break out of the cinema and into our homes, at least not yet. Today, Sony announced it plans to have 3D TV in the shops by the end of next year.
Now, clearly, we can't show you exactly what 3D TV would be like. For that, you'd need a pair of these and a new TV set. But the idea is that images would appear to leave the screen, so it works best when things fly around, like butterflies in a nature programme, or what would it be like being a wicket-keeper at a cricket match? Now, the problem that TV companies have is to get this ultimate 3D TV experience, you're supposed to view all this 1.5 screen heights away. And that means sitting very, very close to your TV at home.
Some broadcasters have started filming in 3D already. This is the English National Opera performing Swan Lake, filmed by Sky, who hope to launch a special channel some point next year. It's not saying exactly what programmes it'll show, but promises it will work.
It can work anywhere in the room. So it's a fantastic experience. Doesn't mean you need to be sat in a particular place. It works in a huge room, and we've demonstrated it in small rooms and large rooms.
Films, of course, are the obvious things to show on 3D TV. This is the trailer for Avatar, a 3D epic by the director of Titanic, James Cameron. Hollywood hopes 3D will help combat video piracy too. The trouble for TV manufacturers is there are simply too many different 3D technologies out there.
Dolby have a colour system where there has a colour wheel, spins in the projector. We use polarised glasses, as does a digital system called Real D. There are electronic glasses where little shutters in the glasses open and close thousands of times a second to give you great quality 3D. It's a bit like the old VHS Betamax battle, but with more contenders.
But if you've just bought LCD Plasma HD TV, will you really spend thousands on 3D?
I think it will, for the next 5-10 years, you know, be very slow growth, and maybe it will come quicker later. But it isn't quite the quantum shift in the way that colour was from black and white.
This puppy-like creature.
Besides Sony, there are some other 3D televisions emerging on the market, but no one, from film companies to broadcasters and TV manufacturers, can yet decide which system works best.
James Blake reporting. We're joined now from Berlin by Tim Page, Senior Technology Marketing Manager for Sony TV. Tim Page, how would you describe this in terms of quantum leap? I mean, it was dismissed as not black and white to colour.
Good evening. Thank you for letting us join you. Really, 3D is a massive step from 2 dimensions, and you really feel much part of the action and really much more involved in the TV experience, of course. Between black and white and colour was a big shift, colour to HD and now HD to 3D. We really feel that that is going to be the future for television entertainment in the living room.
One of the points made in that report was that the junction between shifting to HD and now the offer of this is so close that a lot of people may not take it up.
That's a possibility, but we feel that the technology has advanced and we want to offer our consumers the best possible experience in the living room. And so we're making use of the latest technologies to really bring films to light and games and music to really much more interactive in the living room.
Well, let's get into the living room. I'm just thinking about this experience. I mean, at the moment, people like to loll on the sofa and look at the telly. It's being suggested that you've got to get pretty close to the telly really to get the full effect of this, and then you've got to have these crazy glasses on.
Well, in terms of the distance, first of all, no, you don't need to be a metre away, 2, 3 metres. The normal viewing distance is perfectly fine with the glasses. And yes, we are using glasses with shutters because we feel this gives us the best possible full high-definition 3D experience. So yes, you do need some glasses to get the best picture quality.
But then, of course, there is the format. There are literally, I mean, there are very many formats, just as bad as VHS and Beta and all the rest of them that came in and collided with each other at an earlier stage of development. If a film is made in another format, it'll be useless on yours.
Well, in terms of the formats themselves, then certainly the Blu-ray Disc Association has set up a task force to really standardise the delivery of 3D content on Blu-ray discs as well. And that specification should be completed by the end of the year. And of course, as we know, Blu-ray is victorious in the packaged media war, so now we're very happy and confident that there won't be a problem.
Tim Page, we shall watch this with scepticism and enthusiasm. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.